You like that?
I don't know.
You want me to use my butt again?
I don't know how I got here. How many drinks did I have?
Your scotch hasn't even arrived yet.
Means I was drunk when I got here. 8:50. I remember being at work. I've lost at least 4 hours. Say 5 words.
What do you mean?
That's 4 words. Accepted diagnostic test for global memory impairment is 5 random words.
Are you okay?
I'm trying to find that out. Give me 5 animals.
Cat, bird, monkey, rhino, goldfish.
Monkey, rhino. Either are massively drunk.
Oh, you're bleeding.
Or it's someone else's blood. You see a wound? How bad is it?
It's all over.
You have concussion, retrograde amnesia. No keys, no phone. I've been mugged.
No, you haven't. You already gave me a 20.
Did you earn it?
Not yet.
Someone is going to die.
Kenny!
Not you. I saw something, a symptom. Someone is going to die unless I find them.
Who?
I have no idea. Keep the change. I saw somebody dying.
You saw 30 people flying into glass and metal.
I saw a symptom before the crash.
You're concussed. You don't know what you saw, and you don't know when you saw it. A week ago, you noticed a symptom in a soap star.
Bad argument, since I was right about that.
But your brain obviously thinks it happened last night. Wires are crossed.
That's all of it. A few stitches will hold your brain in place.
Ow!
Hey, hold your head still unless you're going to sew your nose under your eye.
Why was I taking the bus?
Because you were drunk.
What if I saw someone and I followed them on from somewhere in Princeton?
You okay?
Perfect. You get histories from everyone in here.
Did you just forget his name?
No. Lesbian. Find out if anybody on that bus was taken to other hospitals.
You just forgot mine.
No. 13. I just wanted to call you a lesbian.
I'm not a lesbian.
I was rounding up from 50%. Find my cane and motorcycle. Figure out where I went last night.
Where's your cane and motorcycle? And where'd you go last night?
You don't trust me? I lie about everything.
You're staying the night. You need to monitor your brain for swelling.
How much bigger could it get?
You don't think it's a little weird that there's both a giant crash and a simultaneous mysterious symptom sighting?
What if it's not a coincidence?
You mean like the hand of God reaching down and screwing with you?
That, or the symptom caused the crash. You See anybody in a bus driver's uniform? Right here. Purpura on Ralph Clandon's neck. Indicative of leukemia. Cause of bleeding the brain, hence the accident.
Indicative of wearing a seatbelt. It's just a bruise.
I have leukemia.
No, we just ruled that out. Pay attention. So he probably had a seizure.
I didn't have a seizure. I got hit by a garbage truck.
But you drove into while you were seizing.
You saw the bus driver exhibiting initial stages of a seizure and didn't bother telling him to pull over?
Hey! Nobody leaves here until I say they can be discharged.
She said I was...
She, me? You have a fever.
No, I'm fine.
98.6.
I need him to stay.
Pulse is normal. BP's normal. Everything's normal.
I just have a stiff neck from the crash.
Stiff neck. This man has meningitis. You need to quarantine the whole ER. No one leaves here until their full workup is complete.
You left here at 5:23 p.m. Your motorcycle never made it home.
Well, that covers 10 seconds out of the 4 hours I can't remember. Where else did you look?
We did pull up a list of all the injuries. 22 victims were brought here, injuries ranging from a broken pelvis to a severed right foot.
The other 8 were taken over to Princeton General.
It'd be helpful if these came with headshots and resumes.
20-something-year-old Jane Doe, kidney contusion, laceration on her leg.
Both of which are expected complications when someone goes from 60 to 0 in no seconds flat.
Weirdest thing we've got is a ruptured spleen.
Okay, new plan. We make a list of all the bars between here and the crash site. Find out where I went, we go there.
On it.
You're not gonna do anything, are you?
We're gonna go to the ER and do our jobs.
Someone is dying because I can't remember.
When you remember, you can page us.
The shortest distance between here and your memory is straight through your prefrontal cortex. All we have to do is access it.
Great idea. I'll build the giant submarine. You get the miniaturization gizmo.
Medical hypnosis can bring the brain to a class 2 theta state, increasing focus and memory retrieval.
You're not gonna make me do the chicken dance, are you?
Someone in the surgical department must be trained.
I know gas is expensive, but I could have given you a ride.
Elevator's broken.
It was fine when I came up from admitting. Dana Miller, the cancer researcher, spontaneous pneumothorax.
Oh, for the thin file.
She just got admitted.
Lots of things can cause pneumothorax. Why don't we let 8 or 10 other doctors rule out the boring stuff?
We want to take this case. She's maybe 5 or 10 years away from curing retinoblastoma.
Which would make this case attractive to anyone who has some vested interest in people curing the incurable.
She hasn't suffered from COPD. She doesn't smoke. She hasn't been scuba diving. O2 sats are low even after chest tube insertion.
Pneumothorax could be secondary to a bunch of things. Cystic fibrosis, lung cancer.
Or, to be slightly more optimistic, late-onset asthma triggered by an unknown allergen.
We have a case?
Did you just get to work?
Am I in trouble?
Did you take the elevators up?
Yes.
So, steroids for asthma?
Yeah. It was CT looking for hyperinflation to confirm.
I thought my hospital was high-tech. I'd have to wait all day for a CT.
Dr. House gets a few perks.
He has his own scanner.
No, just very loose interpretations of hospital procedure.
I appreciate the extra effort, but
Our gift to society. We want to get you back to work as soon as possible.
I'm not working. At least not as a doctor. I quit. I left 8 months ago.
You mean like a sabbatical?
I had a uterine myoma. Benign, but it ruptured and I needed emergency surgery. I was lying there on the table thinking, I can't die now. I haven't been happy yet.
Couldn't you just buy an overpriced German sports car or have an affair?
My sports car is doing what I want, when I want. Right now, I'm learning how to run a kitchen from one of the best chefs in New York.
You're washing pots and smashing garlic.
Smashing garlic makes me happy. Before that, it was 8 years studying, 12 years in that lab. It's always what I was supposed to do, never what I wanted to do.
We need a biopsy to confirm.
You need an open lung biopsy to confirm pulmonary fibrosis. That's invasive surgery. I'd be out of commission for weeks.
No offense, but you're not working. What does it matter if you spend a little time in bed?
Not working doesn't mean I don't have places to go. I've got my book group, piano lessons, cooking classes. They make me happy.
A warm apple fritter makes me happy. Doesn't fulfill me as a person.
And working here does?
If it didn't, I'd have found a way to go back to tucking tummies.
Well, good for you. If your job fulfills you and makes you happy, that's rare.
I didn't say I was happy. I loved being a plastic surgeon. The money, the lifestyle. And in a lot of ways, this job stinks. I'm making $5. I'm always annoyed. But
You can look yourself in the mirror and think, I did something worthwhile today.
exactly.
Well, that's important. And I do miss that, but it just wasn't enough anymore. That doesn't feel right.
Sit up.
Ow! Oh, that's weird. What is it, ascites? Ow!
Your belly's full of blood.
First, her lung deflates like me after a cold shower. Now her liver starts to bleed like me after... You okay? Great. Just practicing my clown college audition.
Someone set a tripwire. We were with the patient the whole time.
We were in the GRC.
Lung, liver, go.
Shouldn't you be obsessing over who did this to you?
Nope. Anybody bother MRIing our patient's liver for tumors?
No tumors, no cysts, no clear etiology. If you're not obsessing, you must have already figured it out.
Yes. So I'm obsessing about why you're not obsessing about why our patient's liver suddenly sprang a leak.
It's a tiny spot on the caudate lobe. Could be a granuloma. Rose into the hepatic artery, causes the bleed.
What caused the granuloma?
Blastomycosis. Could have been asymptomatic for months. It hits her lungs, we give her steroids, it blossoms and attacks her liver.
Get a piece of her lung, stick it under a black light. If it glows, sick children who need her souffles can breathe easier. Foreman.
Again?
You have a problem.
I told you, I didn't...
Then you really have a problem. The way she turned her head to look at the MRI, I think she's losing her peripheral vision.
Because she turned her head.
I'm happy for you. A love so deep, you're ready to chuck your medical license to give her powerful, unproven drugs with dangerous side effects. Don't want to make any assumptions about your feelings for me, but I do have a birthday coming up.
Dr. Miller, I doubt if you'll remember me.
James Wilson, right? Chicago, the adenocarcinoma conference.
Impressive. You want some cortisone for that itch?
Liver failure. Itching is one of the lovely side effects.
Why did you quit?
Well, the worst thing is now every time I get sick, I have to listen to a dozen people judge me.
Do you want me to congratulate you? I've got 4 kids in Pedonk right now who are gonna die. 3 of them within a year, the other in a few days, probably.
Breakthroughs will happen. With or without me, someone will find the answer.
Maybe. I'm in the trenches. I'm doing triage as best I can. You had the chance to end the war. How is someone like me supposed to keep fighting when someone like you just walked away?
When I left my job, a lot of people were furious with me. It was easier to be angry than to admit they weren't happy. That they were stuck in a rut somewhere in their lives, unable to move forward. What's your rut?
Patient's MRI was negative. No tumors, no lesions.
Where's your cane?
Where are your coworkers?
I paged them.
It'd still be psychogenic.
Technically, it can't still be that because it never could be that. She scratched through her skull while she was sleeping, unless she was having a dream about fleas.
Oh, hey, funny you should drop by. We were just talking about this patient of ours. Tell him the part about where 2 of her doctors don't show up. Where are you going? Polyneuropathy. If it's not in the brain, it's in the nerves. Explains the itching, the lungs, the liver. Shock the affected area, reboot the nerves, she'll be fine.
Hang up, he's here.
We've been paging you all night.
By all means, let's discuss the failed attempts to contact me, not the reason behind them.
Patient started experiencing spinal shocks before the machine was turned on. Lermite sign.
Shocks without shock, an itch that won't stop. She needs Dr. Seuss.
Lermite sign could mean Behçet's B12 deficiency.
No sores, no anemia. Where's Foreman?
No idea.
Could be another demyelinating disease. Why are you asking about Foreman and not 13?
Because both questions are bound to have the same answer. Ebony and Ivory are joined near the hip. Forget the brain, look lower.
Spinal tumor wouldn't explain the liver or the lungs.
But an aggressive spinal hemangioma could.
Go find it.
What's going on with everyone today?
It involves House, Foreman, and 13, which means it's either dumb, dangerous, or tragic, or a combination. I'm embracing my ignorance.
House was right about the hemangioma. Looks fixable.
What's that? Hemangiomas travel solo. This thing's brought a friend. Masses in her lungs and spine, one in her pericardium.
They're everywhere.
Classic for mesothelioma. It metastasizes outward to the spine and muscles.
Ah, the irony of it. Maybe she wouldn't be sick at all if some other lazy cancer researcher hadn't gone home early.
Where are Foreman and 13?
Shouldn't you be saying those weren't there when we scanned her 2 days ago?
Mesothelioma shouldn't grow this fast.
Good rephrasing. Have Wilson do a biopsy to confirm.
No. Something weird is going on. It involves our colleagues. We should know. You want us to treat the patient? Tell us what's going on.
Actually, all he needs us to do is tell Wilson to do something. So...
You always blab to watch people react. So not blabbing means you don't want us to react, which can't be good. Is 13's headache not just a headache? If I check with admitting, am I going to find her name?
Little pinch. I'm sorry about the other day. I unloaded on you, and...
You're not sorry. You feel bad because mesothelioma means I'm dying. You're a good person. I appreciate the sentiment.
I'm not apologizing because you're dying. I'm apologizing because you were right. I am stuck. My girlfriend died. She was the only person I've loved for a long time, and I'm still living in her apartment. I'm surrounded by her things. I've left it all exactly where it was. I don't know how to get unstuck.
The only wrong thing is to do nothing.
Yeah. All right.
That's not supposed to happen.
Mesothelioma doesn't bleed.
So what causes masses that do bleed?
AVN secondary to schistosomiasis.
She'd be crawling with worms, we'd have noticed it. Gorham's disease and Kasabach-Merrick can both cause super aggressive vascular tumors. Patient's heart just stopped.
So what causes that?
Cardiac tamponade. She's bleeding into her pericardium, smothering her heart. Syringe. BP's going back up. It's working.
No, it's not. Look. We're transfusing platelets, FFP, everything to try to keep her stable, but we can barely keep up with the blood loss. At this rate, she could be dead by the end of the day.
We need to resect the vascular tumors, stop the bleeding.
Too late. No surgeon's gonna touch her now.
So we give up? Just let her bleed out?
Don't be silly. You know what that would do to our malpractice insurance rates? We go on the offensive, cut off the invading army's supply line.
You're talking about embolization?
Cut off the arteries that feed blood to the tumors. They wither and die. Start with the ones in her lungs. If they get any bigger, she's gonna have a hard time breathing. So she'll have a hard time telling us she's dead.
You can't kill the tumors without also killing healthy tissue. If we wipe out 3/4 of her lungs...
Let's hope that running marathons wasn't on her happy list.
House. If you're looking for returnable bottles, Cutler's already cleaned it out.
Damn. Oh well. Means the only thing I'm gonna get out of this is a diagnosis.
So the nurses gave her pads instead of tampons. Is that diagnostically relevant?
The fact that the nurses had to give her anything is she's bleeding from her uterus.
Women do that. It's perfectly natural, not scary at all.
She's menstruating and she's bleeding everywhere. There's about a 3 or 4 in 28 chance it's a coincidence, which leaves a much bigger chance that the diagnosis is ectopic endometriosis. She had a myoma 8 months ago. Surgeons cut through her uterine wall. Every cut of the scalpel could have sent endometrial cells spilling out into her bloodstream. Some of them took up residence in her lungs, some in her liver, some in her spine. Like all horny little cells, they went forth and multiplied until they reached a critical mass. In the days leading up to her next period, when her uterus is supposed to swell, everything swelled. And when her uterus was supposed to bleed, everything bled. Yes, ladies, I am blaming her period. Granted, it's the worst period ever. Although, frankly, not by all that much. Cut out the masses, she'll be fine.
Can't do surgery until her cycle's over and she stops bleeding.
Well, let's hope she can hold out till then. In the meantime, get her a pint of cookie dough ice cream and a DVD of Beaches. I need a bone saw.
I'm sorry.
I
wish I could.
I just want a little tiny slice of this guy's brain. That's all I need. Just enough to tell me what's killing Foreman.
A thin slice of Joe's brain could also cause a public health crisis.
It's not a good idea to scream fire every time somebody lights a match.
Don't downplay this, House. You put both of them in isolation for a reason. Joe's death elevates this situation to a biosafety level 3.
Ooh, level 3. Call Jack Bauer.
I called the CDC.
Well, tell him I'll be really, really careful.
We don't have the proper equipment for you to be really, really careful. You can do whatever you want to Foreman, but the CDC will do this autopsy.
Whatever. The point is, we'll be lucky to get results in 3 days.
I told them how urgent this is.
And they told you?
We'll have the results in 3 days.
Oh, that's a shame. Because Foreman will never get to know what it was. He'll be dead in 36 hours. Maybe this is a toxin. Maybe it's not contagious at all. You're killing Foreman because of a maybe.
Well, you have 36 hours to figure out which one it is.
Foreman, come here, fast.
What's going on? When are they doing the autopsy?
You're doing it now. You ever studied how they used to do ice pick lobotomies?
I read about it in med school. Why would I?
Shove an ice pick into the eye socket just above the tear duct. Bang it a couple of times with a hammer, get a sample.
What's going on, Hal?
Foreman, you can't do it. You'd be in violation of...
Can't do the time if you're not alive.
You, I need you to suit up. Get that equipment away from Dr. Foreman.
Take your time, guys. Why don't you just tell him to go slow? Won't be your fault.
Foreman, we don't even know what kind of contagion we're dealing with.
Which is why we need to chop into the guy's head.
It's dangerous.
Not to you, Foreman.
There are other ways to diagnose you.
Yeah? You have the answer? Foreman, do it now.
I am warning you, do not...
What are you doing?
I didn't feel right.
He's blind.
But he thinks he can see. Same as the cop.
Need something to bag the sample.
Forget it. You just biopsied a mattress.
No, I'm fine. House, there's a sample. Get it. Test it. You gotta test that sample.
Apparently, I was optimistic about the 36 hours. Intractable, unbearable pain is up next. Sure you don't want to reconsider that whole autopsy thing?
Gonna lock Joe up downstairs until the CDC gets here. Foreman, you can't see.
Right.
House wants to start you on some meds. They're in the airlock.
For what?
Leading candidate is toxic mold.
Is Cameron sick?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
You're casting your net a little wider than toxic mold, aren't you?
Guillain-Barré is also on the table.
Oval shape. That's either an L or a 7. I'm guessing an L. Levofloxacin, because you can't rule out bacteria. 800. That's the dosage for acyclovir in case it's viral. Square. No, more like rhombus. That's fluconazole for fungus. It's about 8 others here. You're treating me for everything. You have no idea what I've got.
House thinks this is the best course of action.
House is desperate. House is never desperate.
Something we give you will work.
Yeah. We should start treating all patients this way. When they get sick, they just take everything.
It's better than doing nothing.
Feeling any better?
How are you doing?
I'm not the patient.
Is your sed rate elevated?
No. So far, it looks like I lucked out.
Cameron, looks like you left a tourniquet on the bed.
You can see again?
Treatment's working.
Question is, which treatment?
We'll start weaning him off one at a time. Which one do we start with?
I don't care if you do it alphabetically. Just stay on top of his vision. First sign of regression means we've taken him off the wrong one.
Latest blood work. Foreman's amylase and lipase levels are 3 times normal.
Pancreas is failing.
It's a toxic side effect of his meds. Field of vision is regressing, and he's reached an 8 on the pain scale.
The disease pattern is following the exact course as Joe's.
Only it's moving much faster in Foreman.
Good. It's an anomaly. Anomalies tell us things. Why would this go faster in Foreman? What's different?
Could be a different strain of the same disease.
Right. We were wasting all this time looking for an unknown disease. We should have been looking for a different strain of an unknown disease.
Joe's a cop. He's into physical fitness. He could have had a more powerful immune system, stronger metabolism.
Foreman's black.
What? How long have you been sitting on this information?
Lupus, gout, glaucoma, osteoarthritis, hypertension, diabetes, stop me anytime. They all affect black people more than whites.
Check everything. Bacterials, fungals, toxins, parasites. Look for anything with a documented racial disparity. Wait.
The rat showing symptoms?
No. He's completely healthy. Maybe that's the difference between Foreman and the cop. You're dying too fast.
Couldn't agree more.
Hey, Cuddy. Having a nice visit?
What's that?
Legionella pneumophila.
And why are you carrying a vial of it around with you?
Foreman was perfectly healthy before he got this infection. Our cop wasn't. He had Legionnaire's disease, and our cop didn't turn into brain food until we cured the Legionella. Legionella slowed down the disease.
Why would that happen?
No idea. Just know that it did.
So you want to infect Foreman?
You're gonna tattle to the CDC?
The meds can't help me, but the disease can? Forget it. Just take the pain away and put me under.
Put you under, I can't monitor your pain. If I can't monitor your pain, I won't know if the Legionella is working.
I'm not consenting to you giving me...
What was that?
Wish there could have been a puff of smoke or something. Would have been much more dramatic. Keep your slippers on. Wouldn't want you to cut your foot. What type of illnesses affect humans but not rats?
Why are you asking me that?
Because I'm sure that you spent the first 12 years of your life dreaming of being a vet. The rat is not getting sick. Cameron is not getting sick.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Presumably you're still healthy because whatever it is not bloodborne. Steve has no excuse. He did everything that Foreman did.
Some bacterial infections don't affect rats.
Foreman tested negative for every bacterial infection that would affect his brain.
And what infections could he be positive for but test negative for? When we test for infections, we look for antibodies. And what if the patient is infected but has no antibodies? What if the body is not fighting the infection?
Why would...
I asked first. Let's start with the what. We'll deal with the why later.
If the body doesn't recognize the infection, our tests come back negative and the disease rampages through the body unstopped.
Exactly like the cop and exactly like Foreman. And what if the patient was then exposed to a second infection, like Legionella? The body would recognize that infection, increase the white count, send in the troops to start fighting, and the initial infection would get caught in the crossfire. So the question becomes, what type of bacterial infection affects humans but not rats, and the human body would be unlikely to recognize? The answer is Listeria. I'm starting you on Amp and Gent.
So you're basing this theory on the test being negative and your rat being healthy?
And the fact that Legionnaires is helping you.
But the medicine you want to give me will put an end to that.
Yeah.
And if it's not Listeria, all the gent will do is cure the Legionnaire's disease and put whatever is killing me back into overdrive.
Stop asking me questions based on the premise that I'm wrong. Antibiotics are in the airlock.
I think the first biopsy didn't give us the answer because you didn't go deep enough. I want you to do a white matter brain biopsy.
Absolutely. Don't blame me. The world is such a complicated place if you've got higher reasoning skills. I'm often jealous of small animals and retarded children. Take the antibiotics.
There can be minimal damage if it's done right. If the surgeons drill where I tell them to drill.
One slip. You could spend the rest of your life not being able to keep your drool in your mouth.
I'd rather be disabled than dead.
Sure, I make it look oh so sexy. It's actually not as glamorous as you might think.
The biopsy will tell us for sure what's wrong.
The antibiotics could do the same thing.
Could, not will.
We try it, we see.
The antibiotics will bring back the pain.
Pain makes us make bad decisions. Fear of pain is almost as big a motivator. Look, we still have time. I will do that biopsy if I have to, but not a moment before.
Prep the drill. We've got to be ready to go if we get the signal.
I screwed up the first time through this place.
Foreman told you everywhere he went.
It's not where, it's when. He came here early afternoon. Me and Steve came through 2 hours too late. You were 6 hours early. It's the water. The irrigation system only pumped.
House, I tested the water. The water's clean.
House.
We tested the wrong water. He stole cable, he stole fertilizer, and he stole water. It's riddled with Naglaria.
I know.
You already did the biopsy.
I thought I had no choice.
How's my son?
He has primary memic meningoencephalitis. It's a parasite that goes through the nose and migrates into the brain where it feeds on brain cells. The Legionella attacked the parasite. That's why the disease slowed down.
Is it treatable?
We started him on an antiparasitic, and the amoebas will clear out of his system.
And he'll be okay.
And then we'll wean him out of the coma.
Will he be okay?
There'll be no lasting damage from the parasite.
But the surgery.
We don't know.
Thinks he had a heart attack, but didn't. His EKG, cardiac enzymes, and catheterization are all normal.
Because it's an anxiety attack. Probably because he just turned 40 and still goes by the name Tommy.
It's not anxiety. Had the ER docs interview his wife. She confirmed he's been feeling fine. Nothing out of the ordinary at work or at home.
She probably also believes that he thinks Salma Hayek's breasts are too big.
Which is why I had them admit him anyway and treat with alprazolam. No improvements.
Because?
Because for some patients, the diagnosis of anxiety disorder can actually increase anxiety, which is also why I told him he had a minor respiratory infection that was easily curable by the medication.
You lied?
I ruled out heart attack and anxiety disorder.
Interesting.
I know.
Impressive.
What, the wiliness with which Foreman ruled out anxiety, or his complete wiliness-lessness before he met me?
The fact that you managed to smear jelly on nearly every page.
Shingles could cause chest pain before a rash appeared.
Pain would be restricted to one dermatome. You cross them.
Asthma-induced pneumothorax would and might not show up on a posterior-anterior X-ray.
No history of asthma.
I did a lateral view as well. No sign of pneumothorax or deep sulcus.
I treated an inmate once with similar symptoms after he tried to poison his cellmate with chlorine gas.
He didn't realize sharing cell also meant sharing the air.
Chlorine gas pools near the ground. He thought he'd be safe in the top bunk.
Well, why would anyone try to poison our guy?
He makes a living sending people to prison.
But he's not in prison, and it's kind of hard to gas a guy unless you can seal him in a room first.
Which is why Arceus created a universe with 3 states of matter and 300 solid and liquid poisons that could cause his symptoms.
Arceus?
Look it up. And alkalinize his urine. Go search his home, talk to his wife, see if you can get her to tell us what she used.
Wait, why would you think his wife poisoned him?
Because dangerous people don't break into your home, they live in it. Although his kids are old enough to want daddy dead, they're still too young to do anything about it.
Must be such a pleasure to live in your head.
You're right. Kids might be precocious. You handle his house, you handle him and his wife.
They get to just hang out and do nothing?
If you need help, take whoever you want.
I'll take Tab.
Interesting.
No, it's not. It was a 50-50 choice. I'm totally fine with Tub or Park.
Cool. I'll take Tab.
And I'll take Park.
That was fun.
Not really.
I don't see how that's possible. Tommy's the most popular guy in his office. He's even had defendants thank him after they were sentenced.
Why would they thank him?
Because he doesn't treat them like scum. He makes them feel like he's helping by offering a plea or even just by letting them pay their debt and clear their conscience. And even if someone wanted to poison him, I don't see how they would do it. He never eats or drinks anything that we haven't made at home.
Wait, you mean literally? Like not even a bottle of water?
No.
So he was obviously afraid of something.
Yeah. Rats, mice, cockroaches.
My first job out of law school was at the health department. If you'd have seen some of the kitchens or the processing plants I have, you'd cook all your own food, too.
Suppose it wouldn't have to be in food. You gotten any strange letters or packages recently?
No.
Also wouldn't have to be at work.
We've got 2 young kids. There's definitely no poisons I could have actually been exposed to at home.
What if it wasn't an accident? How are things between you and your wife?
Are you asking me if I think my wife is trying to kill me?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely not. This is coming from a man whose eyes are wide open. I have prosecuted hundreds of despicable acts by husbands, wives, parents. I can assure you.
I love my husband, and I would not ever, even for a second, consider doing anything to hurt him.
Don't tell me. The jealous wife in the dining room with bipyridal herbicide.
We didn't find any poisons.
We obviously found something.
Yeah, a hidden bunker with enough guns to defend Fort Knox.
I'll break into it.
Cool.
That's impossible. You must have broken into the wrong house.
And you have creepy neighbors because there were photos of you and your kids all over.
I don't understand. How could this...
I had to put in during a remodel last year.
But we went over the plans together.
It's not in the plans. I didn't want the city to know about it. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I didn't want you and the kids to worry.
About what? Tommy, what is it? Why would you think you needed so many guns?
You don't need to stay. You won't have results until the morning.
It's okay, I'll stay.
Go. I'm sure your mother's ready for a break by now. Huh? Give the kids a kiss from me.
You think it's the end of the world, but you wanted kids.
Oh, honey, come on. I don't think the world's coming to an end. Look, you have a spare tire in your car, right? That's what those guns are. I mean, I hope to God I never have to use one. But if we can wake up and learn that the entire banking system has gone bankrupt overnight, it just seems stupid not to have a jack in the trunk. Just in case.
And you've always...
What's that from?
I don't know.
You don't feel that?
No.
He also spiked a fever overnight. Could be TB.
You want to say it?
Say what?
There's no sign of atelectasis or infiltrates on the chest x-ray.
Yeah, it's med speak for she's an idiot.
Systemic sclerosis can cause lower extremity ulcers.
It would have to be pretty far along. His first symptom was just a few days ago.
His paranoia started at least a year ago.
If he's paranoid.
So, it's either not sclerosis or it's extremely aggressive sclerosis.
We should biopsy the skin lesion and start him on enoxaparin.
Shouldn't we wait for the biopsy results before we start treatment?
Now's your chance. She's leading with her chin.
I agree with her.
No, you don't. Which means you're both idiots. Get to work.
You either preparing to fight Pacquiao, or you having one heck of a bad day. I'm Anita.
Eric, nice to meet you. You can tell Taub that he's gonna get the same treatment as this heavy bag if he doesn't cut this crap out.
Who's Tao?
You know, I'm sure you're a nice person and you have no idea what you've gotten sucked into, but really, I'm not interested.
Okay, and I'm sure you're a nice person, but I just moved from Atlanta and it's my first time at this gym, so definitely don't know who this top guy is. But I already agree. He's a jerk. Are you sure you don't want to start over? Take your time. I'll be around.
Talbot's foreman.
I can't talk now, a little busy.
What's going on?
I gotta go! He was hallucinating. He was being attacked by bears.
Points again to paranoia.
I agree, except for the again. Acute onset points to tularemia.
Or it's been chronic, which points to GAD autoimmunity. Explains the neurological impairment as well as the normal blood work.
Tularemia doesn't always show up in blood work either.
You know what else doesn't show up on the blood work? Nothing. This could be all psychiatric. An untreated schizoid disorder, he's finally lost the ability to suppress.
Schizophrenia doesn't cause skin ulcers or fevers.
No, but digging delusions out of your skin with dirty fingernails could cause both.
I don't think he's a psych case.
Because you're paranoid about paranoia.
Because his symptoms point towards an infection that spread to his brain. I think we should treat with high-dose broad-spectrum
Which will kill him if it's a GAD autoimmunity.
Treat for GAD. Corticosteroids and IV immunoglobulin.
So it's confirmed the fluid that almost suffocated her to death was from pulmonary edema.
Means the problem's either in her heart or lungs.
Tox screen's clean for everything except the alcohol, and her BAC was barely 0.05.
I mean, she only had 1 or 2 drinks, tops.
And there's no sign of trauma.
And you know?
Because if there was, Cuddy would have needed me to take the case.
How'd you know Cuddy?
Foreman's the only one with the balls to take a case without checking with me, and he's still working on breakfast. Which means that the 17-year-old honor student.
Cuddy has a soft spot for smart girls, and they don't start drinking until second semester senior year.
So either you think that smart women look out for each other, which means you're an idiot, or you think Cuddy's not smart, which means, I guess it's the same both ways.
Then how did you...
Picture fell out of the file. She looks smart. Where's Taub?
You don't already know?
Yeah. He's at home in a fight with his wife. I'm just curious what he wanted me to know.
His car has a flat tire. He's waiting for a tow truck.
What about rising blood pressure from binge drinking? Could set off a hypertensive crisis, cause heart failure.
2 drinks is hardly a binge.
Certainly not if you're an Aussie. But when an American schoolgirl has 2 drinks before 10 a.m., it's a pretty sure bet that the plan is to have a lot more. Probably was the first time she had that plan.
We'll get a C13 pyruvate MRI to check for cardiac lactic acid levels.
Someone call Taub. Tell him to cut the ball and chain on his own time.
Sorry I'm late. Nick loves you.
House doesn't believe you got a flat tire.
What does he think I was doing?
Fighting with the wife?
Why would I lie about that? She wants me to do yoga.
We need thinner cuts.
When you and Cameron had disagreements.
I'm probably not the best guy to go to for marital advice.
Sorry. It's just...
Consider the mitral valve.
All right. I get the message.
No, I'm serious. What is that?
Could be a fungus.
ER drew blood cultures, all negative. No parasites, no fungus.
Could be fastidious enteric bacteria.
You think she's been eating your wife's cooking? Hey, I'm on your side, man.
I am not fighting with my wife. I had a flat tire. It's in my trunk. You can go look at it if you want.
Don't need to. Face tells me you're bluffing. Not yours, Chase's.
If she was infected through the intestinal tract, she'd have intestinal symptoms.
There are other ways to get enteric bacteria into the bloodstream.
She's not an intravenous drug user, she has no tattoos, and she doesn't have any scars that would indicate she's a cutter.
Transesophageal echo could give us a better idea of what we're looking at.
If that valve is about to dehiss, echo could trigger a heart attack.
So come up with a better idea, or have a crash cart ready.
Why are you lying to House? Chase told me. What's the big deal?
Maybe we can talk about this another time, or never.
I really don't think she's gonna tell anyone.
If I admit we were fighting, he's gonna want to know what about.
So tell him, or tell him it's none of his business.
This is easier.
Really? Because it seems much harder. What do I know? I'm not a guy.
Yes, if only I could be as open about my emotional life as you are.
It's not about the yoga.
Really, I thought it was, since we spent an hour talking about yoga, but what do I know? I'm not a girl.
My guess is she thinks you don't want to spend time with her because you're spending it with someone else.
If she thinks I'm cheating, she would ask.
Because you tell the truth.
I'm not seeing anyone else.
Doesn't matter. You have a history, and that's not her fault.
So what am I supposed to do? I can't prove a negative.
That is a problem. There's the heart.
Valves look fine. No vegetations, no myxomatous changes.
Can you give her a little more sedative? She's dissecting.
She's rupturing. Get the scope out.
This doesn't make sense. Her BP is normal and her heart rate was controlled.
We'll figure it out later. We've only got about 30 seconds to get her open. No leakage from cannulation site.
Nice.
Let's see if she'll start up.
Cardiac paddle.
Charging. And go. Come on.
Again.
Go. Pushing 5 cc's adrenaline. Zapper again.
No.
It's not working. Clear. Clear.
Normal sinus rhythm.
Thank God. TEE and intraoperative visualization showed no vegetations on the valves, no structural abnormalities.
The dissection means we were wrong about alcohol causing a hypertensive crisis.
And by we, you mean you.
Yeah, you were the one who didn't have any better ideas.
It's not my fault. I was busy trying to judge Taub.
Since we already ruled out trauma, the dissection's probably a genetic defect.
We're running the test. She's not marfanoid.
What about an allergy? A severe enough one could set off a systemic immune reaction, cause fluid in the lungs, and inflammation that could weaken the aorta.
If it was an allergy, she'd be getting better in the hospital, not worse.
Unless it was inside her.
Meaning?
You want my sperm?
We think a severe allergic reaction could be causing systemic breakdown.
To my son's sperm?
Actually, his semen is more likely the problem, which I realize is not what you were reacting to.
When's the last time the two of you had unprotected sex?
Never. I use a condom.
You always use a condom for everything?
Well, for most everything.
When?
The night before she collapsed.
I'm placing a drop of Nick's semen protein onto the skin. Then I'll abrade it with a needle, check for a rash in an hour or so.
Mom, come on. We've been dating for 3 years.
Look, I'm not mad, sweetheart. I'm just confused.
A systemic reaction can be triggered by the protein in semen. In most cases, the reaction is fairly minor, but in rare cases, repeat exposure can trigger a hypersensitivity response.
Repeat exposure? I know. 3 years.
Is this supposed to hurt?
The reaction should take longer than...
No, it's not that. Ow.
Abby, what's wrong?
My stomach. Oh. Oh.
Blood in the urine.
Help me! It's taking a really long time.
Just hang in there and try not to talk unless you really have to. It can affect the images.
What was that? Hello, are you still there? I think there's something wrong with the machine.
It's not the machine. It's an earthquake. Hold on, we'll get you out.
Get me out now. It's a black hole.
She's hallucinating.
I certainly hope so.